not really sure how to do it, if I'm being honest with you. Phew.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up.
Welcome back, you guys. Today we're gonna be working on the kayak. We're gonna get it painted, try and get the blind put together. I've got layout blind, burlap, netting. We're trying to get that all put together and then cut up above the water line. And then hopefully soon I can get this out on the water to make sure everything looks and feels good with everything on. But let me show you where we're at here. So I got the seat off, I got the back bungee off, the front bungee off. These two and the side that hold the oar, I'm just going to paint. I've got some replaceable bungee cord that's kind of more of like a brown and tan color, so it's more camo already. I'm gonna start by flipping it over. We're gonna paint the bottom side of it first, turn it back up, get this painted, and then update you guys after that. All right, some of this is still drying, but this is what the bottom and most of the base is gonna look like. Just a flat brown. And I went with that because that's what I had. I have other colors, but I had a lot of brown, so that's what we're doing for this. All right, so letting that dry off before we flip it over and work on some more. See in the back, I got my deer head there. I'm working on doing a Euro mount for it. So let this dry up, get it flipped, paint the other side. I've got a few different options for colors. I've got 2 different greens and then a tan, and I even have some gray if I want. But just waiting on this to dry and we're gonna keep going. So far, I feel like I should have enough paint. If not, I can run to the store, but stay tuned. Just ran out of brown paint. Just about done. All that's left is just this little back section. Bottom's all the way painted, so we're gonna let that dry. Probably run and grab some more paint real quick, and then after that it's just some quick touches with some other color paint just to kind of give it a camouflage look, and then we're done. All right, brown's on, just some touches of black. I thought this was gonna be more of a tan, but it turned a little white, so I covered up with some green. That's the base. Pretty happy with that. I might go pick up some lighter green and an actual tan if I look at it with the blind and think it needs more than that, but happy with that. It's dark, it's gonna blend in well, especially with the blind, nothing's gonna stand out, and that's all we're going for. Got the blind on, and then right now this is what I'm working on here in the back. This is just some camo netting that I zip tied to some burlap. And then what I'm gonna do next, because right now it's removable, I'm gonna attach it to these straps here. And then whenever I'm using it, all I have to do is roll it up and it'll store right there behind the seat while I'm paddling. But when we're actually out hunting, it can be stored like that, which nice. Once I get it all done, hopefully I can get some grass and I'll kind of brush it in to show you a final piece, but that's where we're at right now in the progress. All right, you guys, so we're back here working on the kayak blind. I've already got the blind and the back netting set up how I want it. So the next thing we're doing is we're gonna be using some of this Drake gillyweed grass. I've got it in 2 different colors, winter wheat and a natural color. and we're just gonna get everything brushed in as much as we can. I do have some ghillie thread coming, so I'll use that to kind of fill in gaps, and then when I get in and I start hunting in an area, I'll pull out natural vegetation and tuck it in as well to really brush in. But I should be able to get most of it set up so it really just breaks down the silhouette. But I'll just bring you guys along. I'll do a little time lapse with the tripod and then walk you through it once it's all done. All right, so this is kind of how it comes, just individual strands, pretty long. And now what I want to do with this is, let's say we're starting right here. I want to set it where the grass kind of hangs whatever level that is. So let's say it's this kind of a length, and then we're going to double that over, so we'll have something kind of like this that loops. So we're going to make a loop like that, and then loop's going to come through there, and then the rest of this grass is going to get pulled through the loop just like that. We're going to pull her tight, and then that's all there is to it. And then we'll cut any excess off the bottom there. So we're going to do that. We're just going to keep going through and repeating. All right, so I got the first layer done on each side, and I cut it somewhat short, except for that piece. So I'll cut somewhat short, so that way if this blind happens to lean and fall over, it's still above the water line. But first layer on each side, and then what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is with the ghillie weed that I have, I'm gonna thread that through the middle here, just for that. But right now, that a little even. This is where we're at. Another update for you on the kayak blind. We're going with the natural color now to brush in. We're almost done. I'll show you the front of it. It's kind of almost all the way done. Now I'm just working my way down the sides and back. So here it is. This is the front of it. Brushed in with that winter wheat and that natural. So now I'm just working on bringing that natural all the way up the sides. I put a little bit into the back already, but more work to do there. All right, guys, back out here on the water. Same as last time, a little windy, so I apologize. Kayak's finally done, blind is done. So I was gonna show that to you guys today. Take it out with the blind, see how easy it is to paddle with the blind fully set up, or try and figure out if I need to have it broken down and then set up when I get there. So, show it to you here in a second. Biggest concern I've got is keeping all of it dry, just because I don't want to add extra weight, and I don't want to drag around extra weight in water. And then stability. So we'll see. For me, opening day is next weekend, but I don't know if I'm going to be taking it out until maybe the following weekend, so you might see this video before then, but I'll keep you guys updated. Oh, this is it. Again, this is that Lifetime Tamarack Pro. I've got a layout blind on it that I've kind of fitted around it with some burlap and camo netting on the back, and then I brushed it all in with some grass just to break up the silhouette. Everything's been painted or everything's been painted, or I wrapped it with some camo tape just to keep shine away and also help it blend in. But pretty happy with how it turned out. So that's the blind. Take it out in the water now and we'll see what we think. All right. So feels about the same as it did without everything on it. I tried to cut all of the grass so it doesn't hang onto the water, which some of it might, which a little bit gets wet, that's fine, but big thing was just trying to keep everything from getting wet. Now that we're out here a little bit, let's try and set this up a little. Okay. Alrighty, so currently kind of sitting on the doors. I'm just trying to keep them falling in the water. Popping out to do some shooting. I think that's just going to be inevitable. But this is kind of going to be the setup. We'll be laying like this, if not tucked into it a little bit more, which I still, even like this, can do some pretty good paddling. The only thing that I'd like to try to figure out is a way to try and keep all this out of the water, but I don't think that's going to happen. Not unless I just accept laying like this with camo on, and then instead of pulling the doors open to shoot, just having my gun laying on my lap kind of like this, and then bird comes in, that's when you pull up. That honestly might be what I end up doing now that I'm in the water. It's pretty comfortable like this. And then it's just a lot less movement for me to worry about, so just have my gun resting like this on my lap. I'm probably gonna do some sort of a PVC bar kind of right here over my toes, just to give me something to lay my barrel on so it's not pointing down at my feet. That'll probably be the last thing I do with it, but overall, pretty happy with how this turned out. But this is gonna be the setup. I've got this cargo space here behind me where, while I'm paddling out and while I'm walking out, because I have a cart, that's where I'm gonna put decoys. And then right now, all this is some netting, and then what that's gonna end up being is just storage where I put gear. Right now it's just where my cart is for the kayak to help me get out to places easier, but very happy with this setup. I still want to try and figure out how to get a GoPro kind of mounted behind me and in front of the spread, so what you're seeing is something kind of like this with just decoys out in front of you. But I think I really like this. This is going to be, I think, really nice. Again, I don't know that I want to bring this out for the opener because I'll be probably hunting by myself. All right, so now we're about waist. This is about the depths that most of the waterways are that I end up hunting. I'm not really sure how to do it, if I'm being honest with you. Okay, that's not bad either. It's not the best, but it works. All right, you guys. So that's a blind, that's a kayak. Only thing I'm not wearing right now is my life jacket, which that will be on me. And then if I end up going out this weekend, when I get done, I'll do a video kind of breaking down all my gear, showing you guys what I used, and then go from there. Thanks for watching. Again, please like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends. Leave some suggestions if you've done something like this before, or any questions you might have about a kayak blind setup. But this is it. Pretty stoked about it.